Austria against Ireland. Austrian lineup today, number 1, Stefanie Strubreiter. Number 3, Michael Streit. 4, Carolina Chengay. 6, Jakob Schriefel. 7, Jasna Puskaric. 8, Michael Kiefler. 9, Martin Ladstetter. And 10, Ilyas Josic. Ireland lineup today, number 3, Emer O'Sullivan. 4, Conor Troy. 6, Sean Dunaker. 7, Thomas Dunaker. 8, Thomas Winters. 10, Ethan McNichol. 11, Douglas Montvillas. And 17, Patrick Flanagan. Center referee in this game, Mika Wallsten from Finland. Assistant referees, Thierry Deschamps and from France and Mark Harrison from England. And fourth official, Tony Christensen from Denmark.
Dowling, and there's the pass to Dowling. Dowling gonna take a shot. Austria Kiener across to Kieser. Kieser shot in and goal!
Hello everyone, and we are underway here. Ireland versus Austria. The 5th of 6 games today here at the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup. We're live here at the Paululati Training Center for Power Soccer Shop. I'm Tony Jackson, and both these teams looking to establish a winning streak here after losing their first game of the competition. Nagels Montvilas for Ireland takes a shot on goal, but it's cleared out. And Sean Donner passes over to his brother Tom, and now Montvilas over to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan back to Montvilas. Montvilas with a shot. Nagels Montvilas opens up the scoring for Ireland. It is 1-0 in the first minute of the match. Good passing by Ireland, and it probably feels good for them to finally get a goal. Nagels Montvilas, the goal scorer. Oh, and heavy contact there. Martin Ladstede. Heavy contact. This is going to be a direct free kick for Ireland, but Tom Donner got shook just a little bit, so he's going to get himself readjusted. Sean Donner just trying to find an open teammate. Nagels Montvilas is it. Donner cut off by Ladstede. A little bit of contact. Play continues. Sean Donner now running up the floor. That ball bounces over to Tom Donner. That ball off of the usage. Nice patient play there by Tom Donner. And now Ilyas Jusic stopped by Sean Donner. Sean Donner using that rear wheel very well to hold on to the ball. Now Jusic trying to push Donner. Now Ladstede has to get out of the way to avoid the 2-on-1 violation. And now the pass. Ladstede takes a shot on goal. Montvilas right there to stop it. Very easily done. 2-on-1 violation though on Austria. Ilyas Jusic just diving in a little too deep. A little bit of miscommunication between Ladstede and Jusic. So now Sean Donner taking the indirect free kick for Ireland. Tom Donner, Jusic tries to pass the ball out. Not a lot of pace on that. Kiefla clears the area for Austria. Montvilas with a shot off of Kiefla. Kick in for Ireland. That ball sent through. O'Sullivan tried to get it behind Kiefla, but nicely done by Kiefla to hold that ball off. Jusic, the pass across to Ladstede. Ladstede laid on the ball. He tipped it just a tiny bit, but he's not going to be able to hold that one in play. Good movement there by Austria. Montvilas. Kiefla sends that ball back up the floor. Donner tried to send it down to the Austrian goal area. Montvilas dragging Ladstede down the floor. Ladstede really needs to let go of the ball, but now Montvilas in a good position to pass across. Jusic turned on the ball, but couldn't control it. Montvillas looking towards O'Sullivan. Now he passes across. Kiefla. Oh, that ball bounces off of Donner. And it's going out for a goal kick to Austria. Kiefla. Not a good kick. O'Sullivan there. Montvillas kicks it up to Donner. Back to Montvillas. Montvillas with a 180 spin kick. All the way across. O'Sullivan had an opportunity to score a goal, but she couldn't get the right angle on the shot. Montvillas now trying to get around Austria. Montvillas is not going to be able to push his way through there. Montvillas kicks out. Donner with a 180 spin kick. Montvillas, that ball just over the line. Austria is so close to stopping that. Good job by Nagels Montvillas to work that ball around. Oh, that ball just off the post. And just like their last match, the rebound off the post bounces off a defender, and that ends up as a goal for Ireland. Montvillas now. Good pass by Donner. Kiefla comes out of the area, close to a 2-on-1 violation. And that is going to be Ladstetter and Kiefla. Just not a lot of positioning. Getting a little too crowded around the goal area. And so another 2-on-1 violation on Austria. Indirect free kick coming up for Ireland. And Martin Ladstetter coming out of the match. Coming on in his place, Jasna Puskaric. So Tom Donner now, then indirect free kick for Ireland. Emer O'Sullivan just parking herself right between the Austrian defenders. And now she's going to pull back out, positioning herself for a shot. Donner over to Montvillas, and that ball just a little too far in front. Eighth minute, Ireland up 2-0 on Austria at the moment. Montvillas taking on Kiefla. Montvillas, Strubreiter and Kiefla doing well to combine on defense. That's close to a 2-on-1 violation. Kiefla, the goalkeeper, coming out of the area. Strubreiter was right there, right behind him. Now here's an opportunity for Donner off this corner kick to just kind of chip it between Strubreiter and the post. Let's see how Ireland decides to attack this. I mean, Montvillas could go straight on goal if he wants to as well. There's a lot of space between the post and Strubreiter. And there he goes. Nicely done, though. Stefanie Strubreiter, well defended. But I wouldn't be surprised if Montvillas tries that again. You see Donner positioning himself now between Strubreiter and the goal post. Let's look for Montvillas to go right to Donner. This is going to be very difficult for Austria to defend. And there it is. That's a pretty easy goal for Ireland. Let's watch that one more time. There was so much space between Strubreiter and the goal post. And Donner just positioned himself right there to knock it through. I mean, that's almost impossible to defend. Now, it's interesting that Austria have decided to not employ a traditional L formation on defense for a corner kick, and unfortunately for them, they paid the price as Tom Donner scores Ireland's third goal of the match. Puskaric with the ball right into fighting for possession here. Nicely done. Naglis Monvilas getting around Puskaric. She does well to hold him off now. Julicic into O'Sullivan. That ball ricochets around Monvilas. Goes across to Tom Donner. Julicic couldn't cut it off. O'Sullivan now. Open passing lane. Couldn't get any power on that. And now over to Monvilas. Monvilas sends it across. Donner's there, but nicely done by Michael Kiefla to keep the ball away. Donner sends that ball off of O'Sullivan, and now a break for Austria. Naglis Monvilas gets back on defense, though, very quickly. Julicic trying to drive Monvilas, and that ball is out of play. Kick in for Austria. Puskaric, that ball off of Sean Donner. Now Emer O'Sullivan taking the ball up the floor. Tom Donner, Kiefla with the ball for Austria. And now Monvilas driving Strubreiter. There's space between the defenders, and Monvilas takes advantage and scores a goal. You see right there, they did not close off the gap. And Monvilas was able to just go ahead and slide that ball right through. 4-0 now the score. Ireland over Austria. Puskaric sends it into Julicic. That ball heading towards Kiefla. Jasna Puskaric sends the ball back to Kiefla. 2-on-1 violation. Ireland with an indirect free kick, and we are going to get a substitution.
Austria out number 10, Ilias Julicic, and in number 6, Jakob Schriefel.
Coming into the match for Austria in place of Ilias Julicic, number 6, Jakob Schriefel. Donner over to O'Sullivan to Monvilas. Monvilas waiting a little too long to do something with that ball. Allowed Kiefla to close it down. Now Donner looking to pass over to Monvilas. Monvilas back to Donner. Donner tries to go across to O'Sullivan, but can't quite get it there. Monvilas. Donner with a shot, blocked by Kiefla. The pass to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan across to Monvilas. Monvilas, open shot, saved by Strubreiter. Nicely done. Good passing by Ireland on that sequence. Monvilas into Kiefla. Schriefel over to Puskaric. Kiefla, that's close to a 2-on-1 violation, and the referee is going to call it. Let's watch this play again. Good passing by Ireland, but a nice save by Stephanie Strubreiter. Monvilas with a shot, another good save, and this time a goal kick. That ball rolls out. Kick in for Ireland. '15th minute.
Substitution Austria. Out number 8, Michael Kiefler, and in number 3, Michael Streit.
We're going to get a substitution for Austria coming into the match for Michael Kiefla, number 3, Michael Streit. Monvilas sends down to O'Sullivan, back to Monvilas. and they pass back and forth to each other. O'Sullivan over to Montvillas. Back to O'Sullivan again. Lots of passing between those two. And eventually, Striefel cuts it off, but a pass over to Donner. Donner with a touch. It's saved by Strubreiter. And now Streit trying to get the ball away from the goal area. Pass Montvillas. O'Sullivan looking to pass the ball across. Nicely done by Striefel. Oh, and there's a foul on Striefel. Streit almost took out Montvillas right there. If that guard on his chair were any longer, probably would have made some contact. Donner with a shot, and that's a goal. Nice shot, Tom Donner. So much space between Strubreiter and the goalpost. That was a pretty easy goal for him. Just really lacking spatial awareness.
Goal scored by number 7, Thomas Donner.
O'Sullivan now with the ball, heading down the floor, trying to get around Puskaric, who's in pursuit on defense. And that's going to be a corner kick for Ireland. Good job by Emer O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, Donner slides that ball through. Montvillas with a shot. Magnus Montvillas, that ball rolling on the goal line, and that is a goal. Let's watch this again. Donner slides that ball through, and Montvillas hits a shot off the post, and that ball rolled over the line before Streit could get to it. Montvillas splits the Austrian defenders. The pass across. Donner gets around Puskaric. The pass across to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan with a shot off of Streit. Now Streit trying to get Strubreiter to move over a little bit, but you really want to stay near that post. So O'Sullivan all the way out to Sean Donner. That ball touched off of Puskaric. Another kick in for Ireland coming up. Halftime coming up shortly. And another kick in for Ireland. Currently in the 19th minute. O'Sullivan, Donner, Striefel over to Puskaric. And that ball almost got past Sean Donner, but he managed to hold on to it. And now he's dragging Puskaric down the floor towards the Austrian goal area. The pass out to Montvillas. Over to Tom Donner. Donner with a shot across. Puskaric knocks it out of play. Striefel couldn't get to it in time. We're going to get a substitution. Emer O'Sullivan going to come out of the match. Coming on in her place, Connor Troy.
And out number 3, Emer O'Sullivan.
So Montvillas going to go over to Tom Donner. The cross cut off by Streit. Montvillas trying to go over to Connor Troy. Connor Troy with a goal. He came right into the match, scored a goal for Ireland. Nice finish. Good pass by Montvillas. Just out of the reach of Streit.
Ireland 7 goals for number 4, Connor Troy.
Striefel hits that ball off the tip of his guard. Sean Donner makes a play on it. Puskaric trying to wrestle the ball away from Donner, but Tom Donner wins possession. Now Streit trying to get out of the way to avoid a 2-on-1 violation. The pass out to Montvillas. Naglis Montvillas tried to pass it back to Tom Donner, but couldn't quite get there. Connor Troy, that's close to a 2-on-1 violation. Michael Streit came out of the goal area, and so another indirect free kick for Ireland. This is probably going to be the last play of the first half. We are in added time at the moment. Ireland up 7-0 over Austria. So an indirect free kick coming up. Now, Striefel certainly within 5 meters of that ball. Oh, and Naglis Montvillas tried to slide that ball with the back of his chair. There's the halftime whistle. Ireland firmly in front. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the second half, you're watching the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup.
7, Jasna Puskaric. In number 8, Michael Kiefler. 9, Martin Lasteter. And 10, Ilyas Jusic.
Half number 2 about to get underway here. Ireland up 7-0 over Austria. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. You're watching the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup. We are here live at the Paulati Training Center, and we've seen some substitutions for Austria. Most of their attacking front have been replaced. Now back into the lineup for the Austrians. Michael Kiefler, Martin Ladstetter, and Ilyas Jusic. Connor Troy, the shot. Connor Troy wide of the post. Naglis Montvilas couldn't get there in time to put that one home. Goal kick coming up for Austria. Jusic making a little bit of contact with Connor Troy. Jusic making a little more contact with Connor Troy. Direct free kick coming up for Ireland. And Sean Donner is going to take it. Tom Donner over to Connor Troy. Donner back over to Connor Troy. And he's a little late on that swing, Troy is. That ball bounces out. Ladstetter right into Tom Donner. The pass to Connor Troy. A crossover to Montvilas. Montvilas with a shot right into Strubreiter. Now Sean Donner, Ladstetter. Sean Donner with the ball now for Ireland. Taking on Michael Kiefler. That's close to a 2-on-1 violation. And referee Mika Walston calls the foul on Austria. So Ireland with another indirect free kick. Tom Donner over to Connor Troy. Connor Troy. Sean Donner with a shot. Stopped by Strubreiter. Austria need to be careful to avoid a 2-on-1 violation. Nicely done by Montvilas to stop that ball from going out. Now the pass. Sean Donner across. Tom Donner to Connor Troy. Oh, wow. Spectacular finish, Connor Troy. This was all started by Montvilas. Nice pass by Sean Donner and Connor Troy. Wonderful finish. Jusic tried to get that ball away from Donner. Now there's a little bit of contact. Montvilas plays the advantage. Tom Donner tries to split the Austrian defenders, and he does, but that is a 2-on-1 violation on Austria. Austria really lacking the spatial awareness and positioning to avoid a lot of these 2-on-1s that they've been causing here so far in this tournament. Connor Troy with a shot, that one off of Strubreiter. Kick in coming up for Ireland.
Substitution, Ireland out number 7, Thomas Gallagher, and 11, Naglis Montvilas. In number 10, EPFA McNichol, and 17, Patrick Flanagan.
So it looks like we're going to get a couple substitutions for Ireland coming out of the match. Tom Donner and Naglis Montvilas. And coming on in their places, number 10, EPFA McNichol, and number 17, Patrick Flanagan. And again, lots of space in that defense. EPFA McNichol setting up right there in that gap. Flanagan sends that ball through, and that ball stopped by Michael Kiefler. But again, they're This is a corner kick coming up for Ireland, and Austria just leaving tons of space between the post and the defender. They're setting up a wall, but that doesn't really do them any good when Ava McNichol is right there. And that ball comes all the way across. That should have been a goal, but that also should have been a kick-in for Austria as Ilyas Jusic makes a play on it and knocks it out for another Ireland corner kick. And now you see Austria setting up in a more traditional L formation on defense. Patrick Flanagan going to take the kick for Ireland. Aoife McNichol at the near post. McNichol really didn't get anything on that. She couldn't find the right angle to slice that ball across. So goal kick coming up for Austria. McNichol sends that ball down. Kifla is there. Ladstetter not going to catch up to that, and McNichol will be happy to just let that roll out of play. That ball slides between Ladstetter and Troy. Goal kick coming up for Austria. 26th minute. Ireland up 8-0. Now, not a lot of pace on that kick. Now, Flanagan tried to make a play on the ball. Jusic gets turned around. Aoife McNichol trying to take it back the other way. And Jusic right there stops the ball. Flanagan's there. Contact. Play continues. Flanagan driving the ball to the Austrian goal area. The pass across. Kifla cuts it off. Connor Troy is there. Connor Troy getting dragged out of the area, trying to turn Kifla around, and it goes out for a kick-in in favor of Austria. McNichol off of Kifla. Flanagan with a shot, not a lot of pace on it, and it goes out for a kick-in. Now, Ladstetter well within 5 meters. He really needs to back up. And now Flanagan has a little bit more space. It looks like he's going to go to McNichol first. See what Aoife McNichol does with the ball. She tries to send it across, but cut off by Kifla. Sean Donner stops the ball. Ladstetter can't get past Donner. Now, Sean Donner in the area, the pass across to McNichol. McNichol, that one bounces out. Ladstetter now making a run down the floor. Patrick Flanagan's there, however. Jusic had an opportunity to do something with the ball. I don't think he realized it was behind him. McNichol hit that ball, but Sean Donner is going to catch up to it. That ball off the back of Donner, out of play. Flanagan driving Ladstetter into the goal area. That is a 3-in-the-box violation and an indirect free kick coming up for Ireland. Ladstetter was getting dragged into the goal area by Patrick Flanagan. And again, in those situations, you really just need to let go because the attacker is using you as the defender to push the ball down the floor. And it looks like Ireland looking for a 180 spin kick for McNichol. Let's see what happens here. Flanagan sets the ball up. McNichol with a shot. Saved by Kifla. The kick didn't really get to Flanagan as McNichol intended. So now McNichol looking to pass across. Connor Troy there. Connor Troy gets turned around a little bit, but he saves the ball. Actually, he does not. Lachsteda off of Julicic. McNichol trying to get around Lachsteda. Oh, Lachsteda backs into McNichol. That could be a foul, but play continues. Flanagan lets that ball roll out of play, and we're going to get a 2-on-1 violation. Another indirect free kick in favor of Ireland. Flanagan going up to McNichol. Let's see what she does with it. Now, the referee had instructed Flanagan to wait for his whistle, but I don't think Flanagan picked up on that. So we'll do it again. Flanagan going back up to McNichol again. She's got all kinds of space. McNichol across, cut off by Kifla. Sean Donner with the ball. Elias Julicic trying to strip the ball away from Sean Donner. Sean Donner gets around Julicic. Kifla does very well to take the ball away, but Flanagan's there to stop him. Flanagan turns him back around. Flanagan has Troy waiting at the top of the area. McNichol across to Flanagan. Flanagan grabs the ball and cradles it nicely. Now McNichol. The pass over to Flanagan. Cut off by Lachsteda. Sean Donner. Lachsteda trying to get around Donner. Lachsteda just trying to work around Donner. There goes Lachsteda, now met by McNichol. Lachsteda really to try to pass the ball out, but he loses it. EPFA McNichol driving out of the area. The pass across to Flanagan. Flanagan tries to chop it down the floor. Troy now back across to Flanagan. Good passing by Ireland. And now Flanagan moving down the floor. The kick out to McNichol. Cut off by Lachsteda. McNichol there, however, grabs the ball. McNichol working around. Contact by Lachsteda. Actually, contact by McNichol. And we're going to get a substitution for Ireland. It looks like coming into the match, Thomas Winter and Connor Troy is going to be coming out. And it looks like on that last play, Martin Lachsteda was kind of knocked out of place, so the trainers have come out to get him situated. Julicic couldn't quite keep that ball in play. Kick in for Austria coming up. 34th minute. Austria just looking for a goal. Lachsteda, not really any pace on that. 2-on-1 violation. Kifla and Lachsteda. Flanagan looking for a spot. That one off of McNichol. She tried to move out of the way before the ball got there, but she ended up stopping its progress instead. So kick in coming up for Austria. Usage almost backed into that ball. And now the pass coming straight across. Austria trying to attempt some kind of give and go, but Ireland will take this ball for a kick in. Oh, and there is a foul, and that's going to be on McNichol. Now, the next time McNichol gets warned, she's probably going to get booked.
Substitution. Austria allowed number 9, Martin Ladstetter, and in number 4, Caroline Schengen.
Martin Ladstetter coming out of the match, coming on in his place, number 4, Carolina Songi. Flanagan over to Winter. Winter very close to slamming into Strubreiter. And that's going to be a corner kick for Ireland. McNichol waiting for that ball to come through. Really no pace on that whatsoever. That ball right into Thomas Winters. Flanagan now with the ball. Flanagan. Chungai tries to get around McNichol. McNichol just dragging her down the floor. That ball comes across. Flanagan there, close to a 2-on-1 violation. Flanagan back to Winters. Tommy Winters with a pass across to Flanagan. Saved by Kifla. Nicely done now. McNichol with a shot, bounces off of Usage. Now, Shungai could not hold on to that ball. McNichol with a pass across off of Usage. McNichol misses the shot. Shungai now trying to move down the floor. She's on a break. McNichol gets back quickly, though. Close to a 2-on-1 violation. But now McNichol splits the Austrian defense. Julicic cuts off that pass to Winter. Ilyas Julicic trying to get around McNichol. Aoife McNichol trying to get around Ilyas Julicic. Close to a 2-on-1. Flanagan pulls out of the way. The pass across to Winters, nicely done off of Julicic. Kick in coming up for Ireland. Ilyas Julicic playing in a general sports chair. That the foot guard on his chair, really short, and it sometimes will put him at a disadvantage. There's a shot by McNichol just wide of the post. But a lot of times, Usage will take a swipe at the ball that if he had a longer guard, he would probably reach, but he does miss quite a few balls. And another kick by Kifla with not a lot of pace on it. That ball comes down. Flanagan looking to make a play on it. It's cut off by Kifla. Shungai now with the ball, taking on Aoife McNichol. Winter tried to pass the ball. Now Shungai with an opportunity to get the ball down the floor, but Winters cuts her off. going to get a substitution. It looks like Jakob Striefel is coming in. Ilias Jusic coming out of the match. Patrick Flanagan setting up here, going to take the kick for Ireland. EPFA McNichol trying to block off Kifla. Thomas Winters at the far post. Sean Donner sitting up top. Winters, that ball cut off by Kifla. Schöngai taking on Sean Donner. Sean Donner almost splits the Austria defense. That ball goes out for a corner kick. It's still 8-0. We are in added time here. Austria trying to find their first goal of the competition. And this match, however, for Ireland has to do their confidence a lot of good. That pass across. Winter tries to go for a shot. It goes out in favor of Ireland, but there's the final whistle. Ireland 8, Austria 0. Ireland finds their winning way, and they're scoring. Austria still looking for that first goal. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the final match of day 2, Denmark, France. We'll be back in a few minutes with, again, the final match of the day. It's the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup.